He is.
I'm talking about the specifics of this game, though. A banger race and all this. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. But I had the misfortune, all right, of watching him. He's like, yo, watch this. It's so interesting. He put a shared play up. I fell asleep in like 1 minute. It was so boring.
Was it just him racing by himself?
Yes. So dumb.
It just needed a big ass foot. That's what it is. Pucho was like, oh, you got that 65-inch. Bitch, come at me with that 77 big motherfucking foot and we can talk. That's what it is.
It's the one up. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the One Up Podcast. You might notice something different here today. We're missing one of our nearest and dearest, as he would say. He should be joining us back in the next one. He's just, had to dip out this time. Luckily, this is not even in place of Tony because this was pre-planned. We've got the lovely Cystal with us here above me.
The Game Junky, the Jedi Master.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, bitches?
OG badass. Hey,
the video game
it's almost
breaker.
Like she's replacing Tony already. She's got to drop the bitches on us, just like Tony.
I gotta keep his spirit alive.
Thank you.
For those of you that are joining us for the first time, I'm Mateo. This is my boy Pucho, who is probably not on the side of the screen I'm pointing on now that I'm thinking about it. This camera swap gets me every time. That's Doey up there.
What's going on?
And Cystal, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself to the audience a little bit. I think that they should know you, but if they don't, let's give them a little primer on you and what you do.
They about to find out.
What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna introduce myself the way you and Doey accidentally introduced me one day when you introduced my show instead of your show. I'm a tall ass bitch and I like animals and I break the shit out of video games. Y'all want to find some bugs in your shit? Let me play that stuff. Like, I will find a way to fuck it up, mess it up. I just figure I'm the bug commander. So
one of my favorite things is seeing you post on Twitter about the bugs you've broken or the bugs you've found, the video games you've broken, and I'm like, this is awesome.
I don't know how I do it. It's like literally because my neighbors and I will play video games together, and they're like, "How the fuck are you doing this?" Like, I don't. All I got to do, bro, just let me just let me like caress the disc a little slowly, like whisper a little something, and it's gonna break. Like, you put it in, and I'm gonna find the fucking bugs.
That's a marketable skill, is what that is.
It is. I'm playing Halo Infinite right now, running through the campaign, and I keep like breaking shit and have weird stuff happen, and I'm like, what the fuck? How can I just give me your shit and I'll fuck it, dude. I will fuck it up and let you know what you need to fix.
You know how Cystal reflects light? Maybe you're just not letting the bullshit come to you, and it's just reflecting back into the game.
I reflect light because I'm pale as fuck. That's what's happening. Because I got no tan. I don't know. I just weird. I can break tech somehow. I guess maybe I'm just like, maybe internally I'm a boomer in my soul, and I just don't know how to work tech. I don't fucking know.
That's awesome.
I don't fucking know.
So,
Wow.
so Pucho, tell me about your week. What have you been doing? How's your weekend been?
So I got this UFC 4 game, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I know. I'm supposed to be the boxing fan, okay? I'm not a big fan of MMA, but this game got its fucking hooks on me, okay? I've done nothing but play this game since like Tuesday night. Like nonstop. Like, I probably got like 20 hours since Tuesday. It's like pretty bad.
This is the one that they gave for free, right?
Yeah. It's a PlayStation Plus game this month.
There's a dude I watch on YouTube called Ricky J Sports, and he exclusively plays old Fight Night games and that new UFC game. That's all the dude plays. He's good. It looks awesome. That's why when I saw it on PlayStation Plus, I was excited to add it to my library.
It's I really gotta make sure I'm saying the right thing, but it's definitely the deepest fighting game I've played, probably since Melee. All right.
Damn.
Because Melee is still my favorite, but the amount of shit you could do in this game, every single button does some number of combinations of things, and then if you start like combining the buttons together, they just do all types of crazy shit. Like, there's every single button and every single combination of buttons does something. So it's overwhelming at first. Like, you're like, how the fuck do I tackle the guy? This guy's trying to tackle me. How do I stop this? Or how do I kick a guy in the head? And it's like, it's always some fucking weird combination of buttons. But now I'm like 19 fights into the career mode. And I've got like, maybe like a third of it down. There's still a shitload of stuff that I don't really know how to do. But it's got its hooks in me.
Pucho was share playing with me. And I was watching his screen and he knocked somebody out with a kick. Yo, the fucking foot was so big on my screen. I was like, I said, listen, if that foot is big on my screen, that foot must be gigantic on the 77.
Some people would say that we bring up the 77-inch TV flex too much.
Well, they didn't say too much, okay? They just said that it happens every episode. They didn't actually judge it whatsoever. And they didn't say it's a good thing or bad thing,
Got called out, though.
Yeah. The other game, Deep Rock Galactic. Dude, the game is fucking good. Another free game on PlayStation Plus. This is last month's game. We got hooked up.
Wish that there was crossplay in that game because I played the hell out of that on Steam. I've got so many hours in that game. I got like over 100 hours probably into that game. Corey and I are dwarven experts. We're doing like all the end game shit already in the PC version.
I'm a little worried about jumping to the use?
I use all of them. My favorite is actually Engineer.
Ooh.
Engineer and Scout are my two go-tos.
I'm a driller.
Driller's my least favorite, I think.
And Doey's a garbage driller, according to Tony. Garbage as in he sucks at his one single job. So, Doey, step your drill game up, all right? I feel like there's a sexual innuendo here.
I was literally thinking that's a Pornhub headline. It's like Doey is a driller.
This is the exact conversation that was going on right before we started rolling.
Title
Doey's
name?
drilling sucks. Big.
Deep Cock Galactic.
Deep Cock Galactic.
Galactic
Oh
cock.
my god.
You're getting the galactic cock. It's extra. It's so big. It's galactic.
It goes to galactic depths. Okay.
Is that the standard now to try to grow to? Is like Pucho TV size? Are we?
Yeah.
We're all pretty much trying to catch up now. Yeah.
If you're taller than a child on my 77-inch TV, okay, you're doing big things. Right? You should be proud of yourself. All right. The foot in the UFC game, it was big on the TV.
He kicked the guy in the face, and they zoomed in to the foot, and I'm like, "That's a big foot."
It was like that much.
Fucking foot.
It was terrible. But yeah.
Doey, tell us
What
about
made
your...
me sad?
Oh,
what made me
sorry.
actually sad? Okay, I wanted to play a fucking video game with my good friend over here, the piece of shit above my head.
Oh.
With this fucking guy right here, this asshole. And he's like, yeah, we'll play right now. Let's hop in a game. And then one of our other friends,
I said,
Junior,
Pooch, do you want to play It Takes Two?
and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then Junior, friend of the pod, he joins in the party, and then Doey screams, "Oh, Junior, thank God." And then immediately he's like, "Jump on Aliens Fire Team," and then they're like fucking knee deep in the game in like 4 seconds. I'm like, dude, I missed something. And so I was all alone on what was it, like Saturday night? It was sad.
Yeah.
Damn.
We played Aliens Fire Team for like 5 hours.
That's so much time in that game.
Pucho got pissed off. He left, and when he came back, we were still strategizing how to beat Aliens Fire Team.
She made me sick.
Okay, Doe, give us the rest of your week post this Fire Team marathon session.
And I don't want to hear about no Fire Team or World War Z. Okay, I don't want to hear about those games. I'm gonna nip it in the bud right now. Okay.
No Dead Space 2 or 3 either.
I got the WD Black 2 terabyte expansion for the PS5, and it's had me playing games that came out last year. I've been playing this game called Wreckfest. It's like a destruction derby type of game.
Wreckfest is good.
I find it a lot of fun on my off time to play this. I was looking on the internet because I've already played this on the PS4, so I don't have any of my shit for the PS5. So I'm like, how do I earn credits and XP level at the same time? I don't want to do the campaign. So I make a custom match race.
Oh no.
60 laps banger race on this hell ride level. And you got to put the damage to realistic and the AI to expert. Yo, the AI won't even make it past lap 4.
They take each other out immediately in that game. It's ridiculous.
All you got to do is make sure you can take yourself out at the end, and then you win, and you get like 3 levels up. You get like 20,000 credits. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. First off, Crystal, if you don't know any of the words he said, I don't blame you. I'm in the same boat. I don't know what.
No, I know what he's doing. He's exploiting. It's like he's exploiting XP. That's my man over here figuring out how to outsmart the system.
He's farming.
Yeah.
He
I'm
is.
talking about the specifics of this game, though. A banger race and all this. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. But I had the misfortune, all right, of watching him. He's like, yo, watch this. It's so interesting. He put a share play up. I fell asleep in like 1 minute. It was so boring.
Was it just him racing by himself?
Yes. So dumb.
It just needed a big ass foot. That's what it is. Pucho was like, oh, you got that 65-inch. Bitch, come at me with that 77 big motherfucking foot and we can talk. That's what it is.
It's the one up.
Yeah.
The sad part of my life, I haven't been able to ride a bike in like 2 weeks.
Ooh.
And it's so sad and it hurts. It's just been snowing and it's been so not good for biking. Like, basically, the only time you're going to be riding a bike out in this type of weather is if it's your only mode of transportation. And even then, take the subway. Just stop it. Just take the subway.
That slush sounds frightening to be riding a bike at like 30 miles per hour.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take the mopeds in the snow. I don't recommend it. Just take the subway. I had to hard stop. And that is just in the rain or in the snow. You don't do that. You got to like stop. First of all, you got to be driving way slower than you normally do. I almost fucking wiped out at 30 miles on this moped. I stopped. The moped went like... I had to stick out my leg.
The problem, too, is that Doey's out here driving in New York City in these two-wheeled vehicles, and he just runs red lights like he don't give a fuck.
I didn't want to incriminate myself, but
he's farming experience points.
See, he's trying to cause a wreck fest.
I run like at least 60 lights.
Allegedly.
I'm just gonna be
Allegedly.
honest.
How are you not
On my
getting
way home,
tickets? How are you not getting hit?
New York City has changed in a way that I can't explain. After the riots and stuff, the police just stopped giving a fuck about certain things unless they are there on that avenue to collect tickets. Otherwise, I've ran red lights in front of cops. If they're stationed on the block, I'll still run the red light. They're not in their car. They're not going to chase me down.
Yeah, but aren't cars coming in the opposite direction with green lights?
You got to, you give them a nice Idaho stop. You stop, you check, anybody coming. If there's nobody coming and the avenue is clear, you just keep it moving.
So you're looking. You're not just like, wow, driving through
No,
without...
I'm not just like trying a death ticket, basically.
He's looking in the same way that frog is looking when Frogger is jumping across the little road.
Yes.
Though.
And we know how good Frogger players can get.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know. In some streets, some nights, you're stopped at a red light, and you're like, why the fuck is there a light here? Those lights deserve to be ran. It's like Harold and Kumar, right? They stood at that
That's
light
true.
for like 10 minutes before the cop magically appeared. But I hope
That
that
is
never happens
true.
to them.
Because
They
the
ran
timed
it and the car
lights... Yeah, the time, it's like after 1 a.m, the lights change to time, and it's like, who the fuck made this a 15-minute light at 2 a.m? Like, there's nobody here.
some very
I feel what you're
spiteful
saying.
bureaucrat just over there, like, fuck them. They're going to sit there for 15 minutes because I say so.
What assholes?
Crystal,
Bureaucrats.
tell us about your week. What have you been up to? What has made you happy this week?
Oh, man, I'm a simple bitch. It's easy to make me happy. Chicken nuggets make me happy. Beer
Yeah.
makes me happy. Video games make me happy. I got into Returnal. I started playing Returnal. And then I'm playing Halo Infinite. I'm going to try to knock that campaign out.
The campaign's
that's-
good.
How far in Returnal?
I played for like 2.5 hours, and then I started to get bored. It's not a discredit to the game. I'm just not a big pew pew person, so I kind of, if I'm playing a lot of pew pew, I'll go play something else or switch it up. But I just kind of wanted to play Halo. I haven't played Halo in so long. I figured, let me play the new one.
Yes.
It's pretty solid. I enjoyed the campaign a lot, honestly. The open world aspect of it was so cool. Like
It is actually pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. It definitely feels like it's a sandbox that I want to enjoy with friends. So I'm excited. I think for June when I can co-op it with some friends, that'll be fun. But I'm having a good time in that, and I plan to just pop in and play Returnal like an hour or two, and then I'll probably get a little. I'll jump in. I just can't. That game is just so. It's a great game, but it's just so repetitive, and it's hard, and I just don't want to do that for like 6-8 hours in a row.
That's my same approach with those kind of games. Like Enter the Gungeon. Joey can play that for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I got into it for a little bit, and I could give it about 30 minutes, and then I'd be like, okay, I need something else.
Yeah.
I'm tired of dying constantly and just sucking at this game.
Yeah, some of those games are just like short burst games. So I'm going to try it in short bursts. If I don't ever get good, I mean, whatever. It's a fun game. It's smooth. Housemarque deserves more credit than they got for it, in my opinion. But it's, yeah, man, I'm easy to please. It's not hard to make me happy. Like, show me your boobs for like 5 seconds and I'm good for the day. It's easy.
As much as I'd love to praise boobs, okay, I wanted to second your Housemarque comment. I've been in love with Housemarque since Dead Nation. The guys make good games, all right? Like
I was a Dead Nation bitch.
Alien Nation, the Next Machina game, fucking obviously Returnal. They do one thing really fucking well. It's action. They could just put action in a game and it's just really fucking good.
I don't
get tired of it.
And it's interesting. It's very arcadey. The cool thing about that, it kind of gave me Contra vibes. It's like I was 7, 8, 9 years old again playing Contra. So I feel like it is kind of like what a modern day Contra was.
There's no ammo count. Like every gun has unlimited ammo.
Yeah, it just
Does it?
yeah.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? That's right.
I
Okay.
haven't
All you
played
have is the
Returnal yet.
clip.
I'm completely out of the loop.
But you do. I did learn late that you have to do this thing called an overcharge, which will give you.
Yes.
So I'm still learning the mechanics, but it does have that arcadey, like old
Yes.
school '80s vibe to it. I'm less into that now, being older. But for anybody who's on the fence about it, yeah, it's hard, but it's smooth. It's intriguing. It's a really neat take on. It's not like other games that are out there. So I think more people should play it and give it a chance for sure.
It's super creepy whenever it starts to tell its story.
Bitch, I screamed. That first one, like when they're onboarding you and they're like, we're gonna onboard you, but like we're gonna fuck you up. We're gonna fuck you up. We're gonna make you die like so fast in your first few minutes. And this motherfucking thing jumped out, and I didn't know it was coming. I don't like shit jumping out at me. I don't like I'll kill the fuck out of a human. Like I'm like, human motherfucker, bam bam. But some shit jumps out at me and I screamed already. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I didn't know what was gonna happen in Halo because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like it's kind of dark in here, and this grunt went, "Urgh!" I screamed, y'all, because I'm not used to the grunting. I was like, oh motherfucker! Like I get tense when them big old motherfuckers come at me. But it's great. It's great. I'm just a bitch.
Some of those conversations you walk into amongst the enemies in Halo Infinite are so fucking good. Like they scream, they gossip about you, they shit talk you. Like it's so good.
Yes. yes, the little dudes, and then they're like, yeah, I love the little guys that like run. They're like me because I'd be like, no, motherfucker, I don't want to die, and run away like a little bitch. But they shit talk you, and I'm like, this is hilarious. It's great. I'm enjoying it.
Those little touches.
I haven't played it, Halo Infinite. I do also appreciate that same kind of thing in The Last of Us 2. Like when you're fighting the NPCs in that game. Not only do you, when you're sneaking around, you can hear them talking about, oh, did you hear about that crazy girl who killed like blah blah blah, like, so like they're talking about you, or they mention like, oh, there's some guy, and you're like, oh, is that Tommy, or like you don't really know what's going on. But then also it's crazy, like you shoot someone in the head, and then someone's like Emily, and you're like, oh shit, the person I just shot is Emily.
I actually like that. It was my I actually really liked the game, so I played it a few times. It took me to my second or third time to realize that they're talking about you as Ellie. They're talking about Ellie and Dina kissing at the little barn party. Like, you can hear them gossiping, and if you walk up on them, they'll be like, oh, they'll literally stop. I was like, that is some cool detail.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like that Halo does that a lot. It is kind of funny to listen to them talk shit about you. That's pretty cool.
Halo's free on Game Pass, right?
It is.
I need to stop being a little bitch and play it, because
that's why I'm playing. I was like, I mean, paying for Game Pass. I haven't, not gonna lie, I've had it for like 2 or 3 months and haven't used it yet. And I'm like, I'm just gonna pick some fucking games and use it. So it's a good game. If you're paying for it, download it, play it, try it. Why the fuck not? It's what it's there for.
100%. The campaign is good. The multiplayer is good. I got burnt out on the multiplayer real quick, but it's solid. I mean, it's one of the best feeling shooters that I've played. The controls are tight. They're what you want. It's a good game.
I'm terrible at the driving. That weird stick ass shit. I'm like flipping these motherfuckers all up into trees and shit. I threw like 4 Marines off a fucking cliff. I was like, we're fucking walking. We're walking. I'm sorry, but we're walking.
It's a tactical approach.
Do you feel like you need to play the previous games in order to play this one?
Yes, kind of.
Yeah, I haven't played Halo since like Halo 2. I'm not a big like spray bullets and pray you don't die person. That's not typically been my kind of genre. I'm not sure. There are parts of the storyline that I'm not really sure what's happening.
Same.
So
I had to go and watch a recap video. Basically, I went and watched a recap video. I was like, oh, okay, that's where this is. That's what's happened in the game so far.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's happening. I can still follow the story and enjoy it, but I'm not. There are things that I am missing. I feel like I would get more out of it if I caught up on that, which Dr. Mo told me to do, and I didn't do it. Now I'm going to be in trouble because he's going to see this, and he's going to be like, I fucking told you to do that.
I would watch a recap video at the very minimum. Just one of those little 10, 15-minute videos on YouTube. I've just been playing Valheim.
It wouldn't be a recap. I just haven't played it at all.
I've just been playing Valheim all week is what I've been doing.
Joey got me to play Halo. I played the first game, and then I just kind of stopped playing the rest of them. But I wanted to play them through to kind of get to play through Halo Infinite, especially because I had Game Pass and they're all on there.
Yep. So. Yeah, the Master Chief Collection is all up on there. Cool. Yeah, I've just been playing Valheim all week. We're on the final boss, so we're building up to beat that guy. And we're out of content at this point, so we're trying to figure out what the hell to play on PC now that we've exhausted Valheim for a bit.
Golf with friends.
We've been playing that one. We played some of that last night. We played this hellish like hour-long map mini golf round where like Derek had the max stroke count set to 30. I hit that stroke count on 7 or 8 of the holes last night on an 18-hole course. It was one of the most painful games I've ever played. It was just rough.